You know, guys. Have you ever asked yourself and wondered, you know, how many times? Oh, for a sec. Sorry about that. I was checking something, but anyway, have you ever asked yourself the question of how many times I have to keep unplugging and plugging in and unplugging a USB cord or to a device like, let's say, my iPod or my Android or my digital voice recorder or even my external terabyte drive, whether it's 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes, whatever, or the USB cord to my camera. Have you ever asked yourself, man, I wish I didn't have to do that all the time? Well, there are some companies that do that for that have well, there are some companies and brands out there that have an answer for that. One of those brands and companies is Targus. T A G Targ. I think trying to make sure I spell it right here because it's even on here. Targus. 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 Yeah, Targus. Targus or Targus, whatever you want to call it, Targus, uh, is known for doing a lot of devices. You know, it's known for basically distributing a lot of add-on or accessories you might need. For me, if you look behind here, I don't think you can see it well. It supplies things like the tripod for my camera. It also supplies other things as well. It supplies things like, let's say, portable chargers, like Blackweb does, or speakers. Basically, but mostly at times just accessories that are like extensions of what things you use. Like, let's say, tripods for your camera, or maybe, like I said, portable chargers for your mobile device. Or in this case, they develop things like the four-way USB port port that they have distributed in places like Walmart and other areas. Now, in other stores, as well as online. Now, there are other. Oops, well, there goes that. um, like I said, there are other companies like Walmart Black Web, Sony, uh, Panasonic, Philips, you name it, that do their own or distribute their own multi USB port devices. Now, the reason these things are created, like let's say the Targus four port, four-way USB port, or the four port, or the four USB port, or the four-way USB port, I should say, or the four-way USB switcher, whatever you want to call it. The reason they create this stuff is because, like I mentioned at the beginning, they know a lot of people don't like to always have to unplug and plug things in. Like for a lot of us, me in particular and others out there, we have streaming notebooks or laptops. And we don't want to always keep unplugging, let's say, an external CD drive just to install something like, let's say, DVD Fab or whatever, and then plug it, and let's say plug in our external hard drive so we could save uh, the information or save the software to something like DVD Fab for later on down the line, and we don't use it. I mean, we don't lose it, I should say. But here's the thing, though. despite knowing that we're getting sick and tired of that, like I said, despite no, well, basically what I'm saying is, despite knowing that we're getting sick and tired of that, we still do it, right? Well, that's where companies like or brands like Targus, RCA, Sharp, Sony, Panasonic, Sanyo, you name it, Philips, whatever, come in. They basically develop these things so that we don't have to worry about that. Now with the Targus one, it's definitely for about what I paid. I think it was like what 12 something, maybe 12.99 or something. I have to look here. Let me see if I got my receipt here somewhere. Let's see. No, that's not it. Nope, it's not it either. Is this it? No, that's not it either. But basically, I paid about, I'd say about 13 bucks, 12.9 with a discount, about 12.90, about 12, a little around $12 with my discount. But basically, what this does is it becomes an extension for your USB cords. So let's say you want to hook up your digital voice recorder's USB thing. You can do that at the same time. You can do that with this, but at the same time you can also plug in uh, your iPod, your Kindle, or your Android. And this is how it works. And this basically is how it works. You take this end. This is basically your output when it comes to it. This is your output, if you will. It will output the signal to the devices that will be your inputs. So basically, you take this, you plug it into whatever USB port you have, whether you have two on one on each side, or you have multi USB ports or whatever. You plug it into there, and that's it. Then you take something like, let's say, a flash drive, if you want to use that, and if it works, you just plug it in like that. And then, like I said, if you also want to do your iPod, your Kindle, or whatever, there you go. See, now you have two USB devices connected. Now, to further show what I'm talking about, out, let's see what else. Let's say you take something like this. Now, this is a USB thing on it anyway. This is one of my MP3 players. You take it, if it fits in here, and there you go. You have 1, 2, 3 devices, and one more to go. You have basically three, like I said, 3 devices hooked up, and now you need one more. Hold on for a sec. Alright, back. Well, like I said, now you need one more, because now you have, whoa, pick that up there. Now you have 3 devices hooked up to this. And to show that it's a 4-way port, here is the USB cord to my Kindle. You just carefully, if you get the room, you carefully, well actually let's switch this over here. Well, maybe that's not gonna work. Let's try it this way. Oh, there we go. You carefully hook that in, and there you go. You got four devices, four USB devices, or four devices with a USB plug in them, whether it's by a connection to a device like, say, the iPod or the Kindle, as well as, let's say, something like a USB drive, or maybe even just an MP3 thing you want to charge if it's charged by USB power, all connected and powered by your computer, maybe even by, and I haven't tried this yet, by AC power, which AC power basically means you can plug it in to a wall socket, and let's say you have this, your iPod, and your Kindle, and maybe, let's say, a PS4 or Xbox One controller. You could possibly, and again, I haven't tried it yet, plug it in to a USB AC device, like, let's say, this right here, and you might be able to charge it. Might be able to charge your devices. Like, let's say you could charge your portable um, your portable device. You'll be able to do that. But your portable battery, that is, you'll be able to do that. So, but it's all actually powered by this. When you connect it to your laptop, your computer, possibly through your AC, um, possibly even to your AC, USB AC plug or DC plug, mostly AC plug. My recommendation would be, if you want to try that, and plug it into the wall so you could charge a lot of devices all at once. That's pretty cool. Now, the only downside I will say about something like this is kind of flimsy in a sense. Now I know it's built to, now I know they designed it that way so it can be more flexible, but it's kind of flimsy, and it reminds me a lot of those little rubber coating, or the outer rubber layer to those prong devices that you used to screw into your old school TVs. That's what it feels like. But overall, it does work. It does work. Again, I haven't tried plugging it into an AC wall adapter, USB wall adapter, to see if it'll charge multiple devices, like, let's say, a portable battery, your Kindle, or your Xbox. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe someday down the road. But I do recommend getting something like this uh, because it will help you out in the end. Now, do you have to get the Targus one at Walmart or anywhere it's sold? Not particularly, but I would suggest getting one that's at a decent price. So, and whether you want to go the 4-port way, 6-port way, 8-port, multi-port, doesn't matter. These things will work. So, that's all I'm going to really say as I kind of unplug these devices that I used for an example. Um, hold on here. Come on. There. But like I said, overall, this thing does work. It's basically an extension for your USB things, and just like you have the RCA, just like you have the RCA or whatever brand multi, R, you know, AV switchers for your audio video, and the same with your HDMI switchers by GE or whoever. This definitely works because it gives you the option of plugging in, like I showed you, different USB devices, whether it's a whether it's an external CD drive, CDR drive, or DVD-R drive, plus R, minus R, whatever, rewritable. an external hard drive, whether it's terabyte, 1, 2, 4, whatever, uh, um, an iPod, Kindle, an Android, whatever, or even a flash drive. This is definitely going to come in handy. It's definitely worth, like I said, the money put out for it. Again, you don't have to get the Targus one, but I would suggest getting one that's at an affordable price and will do what you need done. Whether you want to go with the 4-way, the 3 ways, the 6-way, the 8-way ports, doesn't matter. I would suggest getting one, but try to get one at a decent price. And if you do have the money to splurge on getting one that has a lot of USB ports available that you could just plug in multi USB devices while this one's plugged into your computer, I say go for that if you want to. But overall, the Taurus 4-way USB port adapter is or switcher is definitely worth getting. So let me know what you guys think down below. But hopefully you guys got some good information, and maybe you might go out and get one. I would highly recommend it. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll talk to you later. But again, I would highly recommend it, especially those with laptops or notebooks, especially now that school is coming around.